Hey everybody, so it's just same girl, just different hairdo, right? Actually I was just trying this out because just want to try something else different. I said I want color in my hair this time, so I said let's do color. Anyways, so I'm like not really in the best of moods, but hey, we're gonna make it work today. Okay, in my car. I actually did one for questions and answers, so I'm going to be answering a couple of questions that I got. I'm just going to read a couple of them out. Some of them I might bypass, or I might just save to the end, especially this one. Have you ever been with a female or thought about it? Oh my god. Anyways, and I have, what did you think of Brian Reeves growing up? How's everything going? What you doing? What's the grimiest thing you ever did? Why can't we make love anymore? What's the funniest thing you've ever done for fun? What's the freakiest thing you've ever done? How have you been? What's your ultimate goal before leaving Earth? Will you marry me? Are you really black? Why do you like cheetah print? When is your B-day? What's the craziest thing you've ever done for fun? What's your full name? How many kids do you want? Will you ever consider getting married again? Who is Treetop Anthony? Commented on your videos. What animal would you be and why? How can I be in you? Why do you think we are called whores when we play the same game as men play, but they are players? What is true love? Why do women make horrible decisions on men? And other than your kid, what drives and motivates you? What is the next future plan? And why do men have to go through so much to meet the perfect one? And my question is, what do you like most in a man? So I'll go ahead and start with my question. I might just switch them up. I don't know if I'm going to answer every single question, but we'll try to just go as quickly as possible. It's so freaking hot in here. I'm trying to like make the temperature just right so I won't keep cutting the air on and off. But anyways, so mine is, what do I like the most in a man? Okay. So, I love how, I love attention from a man. Honestly, I feel like that's the number one way to get my attention is to give me a whole bunch of attention. Calling me, texting me, checking up on me, things like that. And, obviously once I'm with somebody, I do love attention in general. And this is just how it is. I'm so sorry. It's just, I believe that a lot of girls do like attention. And I'm one of them. And I love attention. I love romance. I love somebody who makes me feel good because I like to make whoever I'm with feel good. So if I'm feeling the same way you're feeling, hey, everybody's going to be happy. So that's what I like the most in men is attention, romance. I don't know which one's better than the other, attention or romance. Probably the attention part. Okay, so let's see. Have you ever been with a girl or thought about it? I will answer that a little later. Okay, what did you think about Brian Reeves growing up? So Brian Reeves is this guy who we were pretty cool. We went to middle school together. Growing up, I thought that he was really, really cool. I went to an all-right school in middle school. So when we grew up together, or knowing him, when I first seen him initially, I thought, oh my god, it's a black guy. And I thought, oh my god, maybe he might be somebody that I can actually be in a relationship with, because we're hormonal little teenagers, and that's all I can think of at the time. Once I really got to know Brian Reeves, he was really, really cool. I considered him a really good friend and dearest to me. Now we're not really the best of friends, but Brian, you're still awesome. I don't know why you asked the question about yourself, but you're still so awesome. And yeah, how is everything? So everything's doing better. As far as when it comes to what happened to my daughter and things like that, everything is going smooth. I got my own place. Everything's looking up for me. I'm still working. Nothing dramatic has really happened. Just the fact that I have lost a lot of people in my life and gained some, which is a normal thing for anybody who's growing in life. What am I doing? I'm sitting in my car right now on YouTube. What's the grimiest thing you've ever did? And with this, I don't really know what they mean by the grimiest, because, there's pretty different ways to go about it. I can be grimy as far as, being disrespectful or things like that towards people. And then I can be grimy as far as, sexually. I'm not exactly sure how to answer this question. So, I'm just going to guess. I'm thinking that it's sexual, grimy, sexual, with my ex-husband. We had sex on the roof. at the mall. Anyways, why can't we make love anymore? This is from one of my ex-boyfriends. We can't make love anymore because I am definitely not feeling you anymore. One thing with me is you have to hold my attention, especially because I feel like I've already settled before and I'm not going to settle again. So I'm not going to just make love to you unless I feel love for you, or I have an emotional connection with you. I'm one of those people who have to have an emotional connection for it to even make sense to make love to you. What else? What's the freakiest thing I've ever done? That's a good one. Freakiest. Freaky in what way? I don't know if I can really answer that. Freakiest thing. I'm gonna come back to that one, okay? Because it's kind of like on the spot. How have you been? I've been good. I'm living life, just like I said. What's the ultimate goal before leaving the earth? My ultimate goal before leaving the earth is obviously to be different. I have a specific goal in mind. I plan on, having my own business. I plan on, what do you call it? Running a daycare at some point. I plan on being successful. I do not want to settle. I do not want to be like the majority of individuals. A lot of people our age, I'm not going to lie, are very, heads in the clouds as far as, they don't really have an ultimate goal. I want to be bigger and better. And that's just my goal. I've always had goals in mind. So that's my ultimate goal before leaving, is to be bigger and better. Will you marry me? This is from one of my exes. I will marry you when you ask and propose to me properly and accordingly. If, it is in the stars for us at that moment, because it might not be. I am a butterfly, social butterfly. I move around. Obviously, if you're not stimulating me in a relationship, then I'm not going to stay in one. I'm going to move forward. So that's how that is played off. And are you really black? Yeah, I'm really black. I have a couple things that I'm mixed with. Maybe like some Indian, German. I don't know, you guys. I mean, most of us as human beings, I feel like, are mixed with quite a few different things. I'm definitely not Creole. Nothing against Creole people, but people do ask that, and I am not, straight from Africa. We have different types of black people. There's being an African American, and there's somebody who's straight from Africa, who's, you might be, somewhat part, Nigerian or some crap, but no, I'm not. I'm just black and mixed with a couple of things that I will probably never even know. Let's see here. Do you like cheetah print? I mean, why do you like cheetah print? I like cheetah print because cheetah print to me is so awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern to me. See, this is the pattern. To me, when I see cheetah print, I think, cheetah print is very, very gorgeous. If it was a color, it would be my favorite color because I just love it. I just love the pattern, and it just makes me feel happy and good inside, and that's just me. When is your birthday? My birthday is January the 18th, 1993, because I am 24 years old. What's the craziest thing I've ever done for fun? Probably go skinny dipping. What's my full name? It's Shantora. And I'm kin to the Newtalls. Newtall is pretty, anybody whose last name is Newtall, you're kin to me, basically. And my mother's maiden last name is Bird. How many kids do you want? I don't want any more kids unless I get with somebody that I'm madly in love with and I want to make a family with them. Other than that, I don't really plan on having any more kids. I need to be in a stable, committed relationship, married to someone, and that's when I will consider the kids factor in. But as of right now, I do not want any more kids. I'm completely satisfied with being a single mom of 1 kid. I don't want to be a single mom of 20. Will you ever consider getting married again? Of course I will consider getting married again. I loved being married. I do not regret being married. I regretted who I was married to, but the commitment and the dedication that comes into marriages and a marriage is so phenomenal. I think a marriage is a wonderful thing. I am not completely turned off by a marriage. I just will probably make wiser decisions next time around. Who is Treetop Anthony commenting on your videos? Treetop Anthony is a friend of mine who would like to collaborate with me. Me and him might be coming out with some videos here and there this summer, maybe. But he is pretty awesome. I actually met him at work, while he was at work, and I was on my way to work, and he has been a pretty awesome person. What animal would you be and why? I don't really have to answer too much in depth about that. I would be a cheetah because they're sneaky, they're cunning, they're conniving. Not saying that I'm any of that, but I mean, they, you know, they can blend in well, they can hide, they can adapt to their surroundings, they run really, really fast, they can catch prey. They are pretty much almost, you know, the kings of the jungle. They're not a lion just yet, but they're very close to being on top when it comes to the animal grid. And they have pretty colors that I just absolutely love, and things like that. How can I be in you? Is what somebody asked me. Okay, so be in me sexually, you cannot be in me. That's how that works. I do not go around having sex with people. I am so sorry about it. You would just have to, you know, fantasize about me or some crap, because I am just not someone to just go around giving it up, and that's just the end of that. I am so sorry, but you have to really work for me, and then by the time you get done working for me, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I don't want it no more. So anyways, why do you think we are called whores when we play the same games men playing, but they are players? I feel like the reason why women get called whores is because there is a double standard, and this is completely true. If a man stays at home, the wife goes work all day, they think that he's a bum. But if a woman does it, she's a housewife, right? Oh, but then if a girl goes around cheating and conniving and all that stuff, then she is a whore. And if a boy goes and does it, he's player, the man, right? Okay, it's just a double standard going on in society. It has been this way for years. Ladies, if you're gonna do what you do, at the end of the day, don't ever feel ashamed about it. No matter what nobody says about you, live your life, do what the hell you're gonna do at the end of the day, because no one can judge you. Either or, we're both, you know, players, I guess, if you want to say. I don't think any one of us is whores. Everybody has to learn from their mistakes and live and move forward with life. And sometimes learning from life is, you know, making stupid mistakes and stupid decisions. Somebody asked me, what is true love? Honestly, I really don't have a definition of that right now. But I feel like true love is definitely something that goes beyond marriage. You know, it's something that will still stick. You know, something that you feel for somebody that you will never, ever, you know, it will never fade. I think the true love is definitely the definition of how a parent might feel for a child, or how a child might feel for a parent. I feel like outside of that, unconditional true love does not exist, because everybody is constantly growing and changing. But when it comes to your child, when it comes to, you know, your parents, no matter what they do, at the end of the day, you're always going to love them. And I feel like that is the true definition of true love. Why do men make horrible decisions when it comes to men? I feel like men and women both make horrible decisions when it comes to men. I think that we can all account that we have all made not so pleasant decisions when it came to a man, or vice versa, that some men have made not so great decisions when it came to women. I feel like it's just part of being a human, and the human experience is to make mistakes and to, you know, have to learn from them, you know, sometimes the hard way. Sometimes I feel like us as women want what we can't have, just like us as men want what we can't have. I feel like deep down inside somewhere, I feel like that sometimes we low-key crave the hurt and the pain, because if you notice, we always go for those people who is going to hurt us and who is going to cause pain for us. Don't worry, I'm going to get back to the juicy questions in just a moment. Other than your kid, what drives and motivates you? What drives and motivates me in life is to do better, is to grow, is to be stronger, is to not, you know, my biggest mission is to not be on welfare, to not need anything from the government, to be self-sufficient, to be self-reliable. I don't know if that made sense. To be self-sufficient and to grow, and to do better. I don't want to be in the same positions as people my age. I want to do better. And this is how I've always been my whole entire life. I've always wanted to do better. I'm always being an overachiever to certain extents. What is your next future plan? My next future plan is to get my adjuster's license. I want to be an insurance adjuster, and I want to get a house. That's my next future ultimate goal plan. Why do men have to go through so much to find the perfect one? I feel like you have to definitely claim what you want in this life. I feel like if you need something, if you want something, you have to claim it into existence, and you need to look that up. Claim your circumstances into existence. You know, I am a Christian, so I do believe that, you know, you would speak to God, but people who are not Christians, you know, can vouch that they have had situations definitely work in their favor. I will be 45 minutes from a place and have to be there within 10 minutes. And if I tell myself, I'm going to make it on time, I'm going to get there in 5, some type of way, the universe, God, you know, our situations work out to our advantage. If I tell myself that I'm gonna be able to pay rent and I'm gonna be able to afford all these things, and I know that I don't even make enough, it always happens. Matter of fact, this week I was having a downfall because I was paying daycare $1,000 a month plus my rent, and some type of way it all worked out to where I was able to afford every single thing just because I pronounced it. So you have to pronounce good, positive things around you. Brings out good, positive energy. And honestly, you know, let's see. If you think about it in the Bible sense, I believe in the Bible it talks about how, like, your faith as small as a mustard seed can move. Faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. Just having a little bit of faith. And then it also talks about how, like, you know, that there's life and death in the power of the tongue. So if I go and say some bad shit about somebody, most likely the bad shit's gonna happen. Or if I come saying bad shit about myself, I'm damn near cursing myself. Versus if I say very positive, uplifting things for myself, which I definitely try to do for you guys and me, it makes things a lot better for us. So as far as, you know, meeting the perfect one, you have to pronounce that. You have to own it. And you have to make sure that you make the right decisions when it comes to meeting people. And then I had this question, have I ever thought about being with a female? Well, I believe that being with a female, thinking about it, comes through everyone's mind at some point. Have I thought about it? Yes. I don't know if I'm supposed to answer both or one or the other. Been with a female. I'm young. I've had my encounters. Not necessarily saying that I'm gay or anything like that, but I have had my encounters. This is just something that is a topic that I do not want to ever live again. But I mean, if you want to ask the question, there's your answer. What's the grimiest thing I've ever did? I think I answered that one. It was another one. The freakiest thing I've ever done. I don't know. I mean, you know, being young and being a female and being married, there is a lot of things that I probably have done. I'm not saying that I'm not proud, because we are all sexual beings. But I have done some things that were pretty freaky. Freakiest. I don't think that there is a freakiest. Anyways, I think that I answered every single one of these questions. If you have more questions to ask, you can definitely leave them below, and I will make a whole entire another video about it. I appreciate it, all of you, you know, participating in this. I think that it was so amazing, and I really love you guys, and I really, really appreciate the support and the love that came into this. I will definitely be trying to collaborate. If any of you want to collaborate and be in videos with me or whatever, want to express your opinion, by all means contact me. I'm more than willing to do the crap. It was one more thing I was gonna say. As far as my opinion with everything, it is only my opinion. You know, I am entitled to my own opinion, just like every single one of you are. Doesn't matter if I'm, you know, if you believe in it or not. At the end of the day, we are all entitled to our own opinions. If you have a separate opinion about anything, by all means, comment below. I do not care. I completely support your opinions and your judgments. And also, let me know how this hair looks on me. If I should continue the colors or just, you know, go back to black. I completely love you guys, and I just hope that y'all have a wonderful day. And I appreciate everything that y'all do. Mwah.
I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive.
I don't love you anymore.